What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today. Well, I think I do, I should say. We're going to try to run Star Wars Outlaws on this thing. Now, I don't think it's probably going to work. That thing looked like it needed an enormous amount of VRAM, and I don't think this thing can do it. It also looked like it needed not just VRAM, but a pretty decent amount of RAM, too. It was using like anywhere from 13 to 16 gigs, depending on what system I was on. Hell, I think one even got close to 20. But maybe it's one of those situations where it still works fine, it just works better if you have more. But it might not run at all. It might insta-freeze. It might let me do what the Pandora game did, and let me get you settings and this, that, and the other thing, and the second I try to get into the game, insta-freeze. Who knows? But that's what we're gonna try. So let's not waste any more time, and let's hop ourselves onto the little capture computer and go and see what's what.
All right, so here's what happens when you try to launch it. So you can hit play, and I think this actually happened with that Avatar game too, but I couldn't use a controller. But it ended up not mattering in the end because you couldn't even get into the game anyway. So this time I didn't even bother with settings or anything. I just hopped right in, tried to play it, and yeah, did not work well. Just froze my system up just like it did on that Avatar game. But figured I'd just show you guys exactly what happens so you guys don't have to bother wasting the bandwidth to download it or the space. Now maybe one day it might actually work, but I don't know. I feel like this game is just a little too much for the thing. And what's weird is I turned HDR off, and yet it's still on. So, I don't know. Luckily, I can just keep hitting F. Skip, skip, skip. Alright, it's got to do its little Star Wars thing here. Alright. I have to hit that with the mouse, because... And it also says this, even though I have it on my SSD. I do not have it on my SD card, but it is what it is. So then you try to hit resume, and it does just like the other game did. It'll act like it's loading, and then all of a sudden it'll just freeze. There it goes. Yep, completely frozen. Now the music will play for a little while. So it makes you think, oh, well, maybe it just pretended to freeze. Maybe if I wait a little while, it'll work. Not in this case, unfortunately. In this case, it just locks your system up completely. And the only fix I had is to hold the button down for like 15 seconds till it shut off. But yeah, it takes it quite a while to actually fuck up and completely freeze the thing too. It's kind of funny. It gives you a lot of false hope. Anyway, while we're waiting for it to just fuck up here, why don't we just take a quick hit ski? Took way longer than I thought. There it goes. So, after that, that's when it just completely locked up. So, in any case, why don't we go and wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that was a big old fail, but I was pretty much assuming it was gonna be the Avatar game didn't want to work, and this is made on the exact same engine, so that just basically said it was gonna load and then never did. Now this one, I didn't have controller either. Some games it just works. Funny thing is, I can sit here like this, and I could go hit play right now and it would launch the game. But the second you get into the game, now you got keyboard and mouse. But I thought, okay, well if the game works-ish, I can at least go get my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse that I got for that little Firebat mini PC, bring them over, hook them up through Bluetooth, and get a little gameplay. But nope, luckily I didn't even bother with that. Didn't even bother looking at the settings. I immediately was like, well, let's see if it even loads. That way we don't even waste any more time, because it probably won't. And lo and behold, no, it does exactly the same thing as that Frontiers of Pandora game. It acts like it's gonna load, freezes, you can still hear sound, then all of a sudden it just bricks your device and it just shuts off. You can hear the fan spinning, and maybe if you let it sit there for long enough, maybe it would restart, but I don't have patience for that. So when that happens, I just hold the button down for like 10, 15 seconds or something. A light will flash, give it a second or two, hit the button again, you'll hear it make its little ding and see a light pop on, and then it'll work. So definitely not the game for the Steam Deck. Although even if it did work, we'd probably be looking at like 10 FPS or something like that. So I was just curious to see if it would work. That's why I did these last. I did all the computers I thought for sure would actually play it, and we're saving these guys that probably either aren't gonna run it like this, and then the Firebat mini PC and the Ally X probably are gonna, if they do run it, they'll run it like absolute garbage to the point where you won't even want to play on them. I'm guessing, but we won't know till we try. So that's the next video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making for you, even though it was still a fail, because then people know not to waste their time trying to play this game on the Steam Deck. So in any case, till the next video, peace out, guys.